everybody, and welcome to IBS Relief Now. I'm really excited that you made the decision to sign up for the course. I think that it can be really helpful, maybe even transformative in how you experience symptoms and how you will learn to be able to live your life differently. What I wanted to do in this introductory video is to be able to go over with you how the course is structured, a little bit about the content, how to use it, so that you can really be sure that you can find ways of using the content that I'll be presenting to you in ways that are unique to you, and most importantly in ways that make a real difference to you in being able to manage IBS symptoms, but more than that, to be able to make a big difference in how you're able to live your life day to day going forward. So once again, welcome. I look forward to being able to work with you as we go through each of the 8 sessions that make up IBS Relief Now. I created IBS Relief Now based on the many years of experience that I've had working with literally hundreds of people, probably thousands by now, who have presented to me with different types of GI disorders. What I have found is that no two of them are alike, even though they may have the same diagnosis, like irritable bowel syndrome. The form, the particular patterns of IBS are almost never the same for two individuals. That's why I felt it was really important in putting together an online course to make sure that each person who uses the course is able to combine the elements that make up the course in ways that best meet the needs of that particular user of the course. In this case, you. So what I did is, for each of the 8 sessions, I included 4 different types of learning. The first is that every session will contain a video lecture, sort of like what we're doing right now, where I'll be giving you information in a video format, because there are some people who really find this is a very effective way for them to absorb information that they can apply in their day-to-day lives. Those lectures will also include some practical suggestions about what it is that you can do to begin to reduce the influence or the severity of your IBS symptoms. But there are other people who prefer to read, to sit and get their information from books or from blogs or from other kind of written sources. So each session also includes a newsletter that you'll be able to have access to that goes through the subject or the topic for that week's session, that you can read at your own pace, at your own time, and in your own way. Now, it's important that we recognize that to make a difference in symptoms, we have to do more than just think about it. We have to put ideas, discoveries, insights into practice in our day-to-day lives. The course is built around the idea of building skills, and we know that skills don't really get better unless we practice them. So that's why I included 2 more experiential types of learning in each of IBS Relief Now's 8 sessions. The first is that I include a guided practice. This will allow you to sit back in a nice, comfortable, and quiet place and listen as I guide you through a meditative, guided imagery, self-hypnotic kind of exercise that offers you different suggestions that can begin to make a difference in how your body experiences distress, how your body generates symptoms, and how you can take actions to make a difference in getting those symptoms under better control. So the third element is that every session will include a guided practice for you to use as often as you'd like. And lastly, some people have a benefit when they do some reflective or contemplative kind of thinking and processing of ideas and recollections about what it is that they're getting from each of the sessions content. So what I did is I put together a reflective journal. Each week I'll offer a set of questions that you can take your time to look over and think about, and then do the work, do the practice of writing out your thoughts in relation to those questions. There's some really fascinating research showing that when people do that kind of journaling related to their health and well-being, it can make a huge difference in the type of physical health challenges that they are experiencing. So every session will have all 4 of those learning styles in it. And once again, the reason that I included all 4 elements is it gives you an opportunity to mix and match and combine in whatever way works for you these different resources so you can find your unique program for managing your unique IBS challenges. Before we go, I want to mention a couple of other things that can really make IBS Relief Now work for you. We've said that each of the sessions is delivered to you, but you can go through them in a self-paced way. Although I suggest that you go through in the order that I develop them, you're certainly free to decide that a particular session is one that really catches your interest and you might jump to that. There's no risk of overdosing here. You can review each session or one of the 4 components of each session as often as you'd like. Each time you do, you'll hopefully extract even more useful information from it to help you in managing the condition going forward. But this is not just what I might call a head course. It's not just presenting you information. The information is important. The information I have chosen to present is based on the information I've shared with my clients over the last 30 years or so, and their feedback to me that this is information that has been useful to them in their day-to-day lives. So I think it's important that we actually go even beyond that. I'm not just giving this to you because other people have said it's useful to them. I'm giving it to you as a jumping off point. Information for you to assimilate, to integrate, but then the key is it's information that I'm inviting you to put into practice in your day-to-day life. The more you do the work, the more you experiment with different ways of putting these ideas and techniques and tools into practice, the greater your skill level becomes in managing IBS and being able to manage some of the other challenges that affect your day-to-day lifestyle, because ultimately I have those 2 goals in mind. The first is to help you bring your IBS symptoms under better control, but the second goal is, with those symptoms under better control, I want to help you be able to live a more enjoyable, rewarding, and fulfilling day-to-day lifestyle. So I look forward to beginning with session 1. Thank you again for signing up. Feel free to let me know through the website about any questions or concerns that you have about the program. Provide feedback, which I will periodically share with others who are taking the course. Let's work together to build a community of people who have experienced IBS into a community of people who used to have problems with IBS but who are now living their lives freer of this significant and often frustrating condition.